Okay, I got glitched. I lost about 10 minutes, but we're finally in the game. At least we got a good keep. Yeah, so I got robbed of a bunch of time. Now I gotta make quick decisions because of it, which is unsatisfactory to me, but that is the way it goes. And the most frustrating part is I go to talk to help, and I'm sitting 10 minutes in a room asking specifically, saying the tournament number and why hasn't round 3 started. I get no reply. And then I eventually just exit out of Magic Online and come back in, and then I find myself at 16 minutes remaining. So not the way I wanted to start the finals here, but at least we have a good hand and we have an aggressive deck. So I guess I'm going to try not to let it get me down and just focus on the game here. Rip some good cards. That's perfect draw for us. So now we're just going hog wild, which is extremely helpful. Okay, no 2-drop from our opponent, which is good news. So now we're just destroying our opponent, basically. Now we just rip a land and go Gold Knight Castigator and swing for just a quadrillion here. All right. Well, if there's one thing we're in need of when you lose 10 minutes, it's a quick win, which we'll take. Yeah, we just had. That's the best you just lost 10 minutes hand you could possibly ask for. Aristocrat into Arab Falconwrath into Bloodmad into Gold Knight Castigator. I'm sure my opponent's like, what are you talking about? And of course, I still have yet to figure out the chat. I've had a few people give me the suggestions on how I'm supposed to resolve that. It hasn't worked, and I'm still kind of unsure why. Maybe I'm just if I could just leave the chat window up the whole time. Would that annoy you guys a lot if I just had this stupid? It annoys me, to be honest, to have this stupid chat window intruding on the battlefield. So I assume it annoys you guys too, since you're trying to see everything that's going on. But I do have to say it's equally annoying to not be able to, like, when you clearly see someone send you a message, not be able to click on the message and read the message. I don't understand how that could possibly still be an interface issue. Considering we know nothing about our opponent's deck, I think we're just going to go to game 2. And the most remarkable thing is you finally get the chat up. You can't see what they wrote you. How crazy is that? I know that my opponent wrote me a message, and now I cannot read it. Can anybody explain to me why they would erase the messages from game to game? How that makes sense? Uh-oh. We're in trouble now, folks. Guess this Westvale Abbey can do some work for us. Guess we're going to make them wheel and deal with a Pale Rider. With this spiteful motives attached to it. We're just like a 3-power creature and a Rabid Bite away from some trouble, though. All right, well. Hey, Uncaged Fury. Well, that's a way to kill my opponent next turn, I guess. I feel like my opponent does not have Rabid Bite, though, because if my opponent had Rabid Bite, they would have, I feel like, wanted to use it there. But did I have my mana open? I guess so. So there's still a chance my opponent did have Rabid Bite and is just waiting for me to tap out, which I am definitely doing here. I mean, the problem is there is quite a few things that will answer this. Rabid Bite, Bound by Moon Silver, Silver Strike next turn. So we attack. See if he's got something. Ooh. Well, couldn't have asked for better than that. Sure glad I waited. Ah, he did have the Rabid Bite. Bummer, bummer, bummer. All right. Out of gas, too. Let's rip some creatures here. That's not a creature. It's the complete opposite of a creature. Alright, so next turn I guess we play the Westvale Abbey and not be able to make enough clerics before we die. Well, I feel like I can beat Militant Inquisitors most of the time. Ooh. It's pretty nasty. So we're dead next turn? Guess that helps. Guess I can't attack, can I? I guess we just died a Slayer's Plate either way, or Griff Spoon either way. Alright. Well, we're dead. Even if I had attacked an Uncaged Fury, I only would have been able to gain 4 life. Which... I guess would have been... no, I forgot that. I guess I should have attacked. And used the Uncaged Fury. But then he could have... If he'd equipped... He would have only been able to deal 7 to us, I guess. What would I have drawn? Chasm wouldn't have done it. Nor another land. All right, we still would have lost, but I lost in a worse way, I guess. So, do I want Malevolent Whispers? Probably, I guess, if he's got the Slayer's Plate. Seems like a way to beat our opponent. Let's get rid of the Chasm, maybe. Because of Griffspoon, I guess? Possibly, maybe. Keep everything else the same. Or do I want to ditch the Macabre Waltz? There's probably a higher chance Chasm wins than Waltz. Ah, another one of these stupid. Alright, I guess I keep, but I'm unhappy about it. Alright, well, I guess if I proceed to rip spells for the rest of the game, we're in good shape. Excluding Gold Knight Castigator. Ah, looks like opponent's the one to curve out this time. I think I'm actually going to exile the Fox. Because I want to slow down my opponent's. Say my opponent has Rabid Bite, he gets in for 4, and then I have to use Burn from Within. I don't really want to trade off my Blood Mad Vampire anyway. Alright, I'm going to kill the Fox. I think going in damage prevention mode based on our hand makes sense to me. We'll see. I don't think I got a structural distortion either. I didn't really check, but if I had, I probably should have brought it in for the Slayer's Plate, maybe. Could see that making sense. Well, especially given that my opponent does, in fact, have Slayer's Plate. Mad Prophet. Alright, well. Let's play the Mad Prophet and swing. I think getting some card advantage seems like a way that we could win this. That is a lot of Thraben Inspectors. No doubt about it. Alright, take an absurd amount of damage, go to the next turn. Well, that is the card we wanted, the Malevolent Whispers. Who gets to put the Spirit into play? It's my opponent's equipment. I think they get it. That's my guess. Alright. We're going to pass. We're in about as bad a trouble as you can be in. My opponent can just draw cards, just equip things with Slayer's Plate. We have no means to deal with Slayer's Plate. Considering how hard we crushed them in Game 1, we're certainly looking a lot worse for it now. Is my best hope to try and race? That seems so implausible as to be laughable. It just does literally look impossible to beat Slayer's Plate just based on the current board, regardless of what my opponent has in hand or what he cracks from these 2 clues. Regardless of the 5 unknowns from my opponent, this board state looks impossible to beat. Well, guess that might work. So first strike kill Hinterland Logger. I also want to flash in Spiteful Motives. Okay, I think that's the play. I think the play is, and yes, I understand we're letting it flip, but we're going to use the Spiteful Motives on the Mad Prophet. So we'd flash it in now because we want to dodge the... We want to dodge what? We want to dodge Puncturing Light. Just a wall of garbage to get through here. I could have used Mad Prophet. I honestly don't even know what to discard. I think... What is the play now? So I guess we reduce the Shepherd. Can I attack with Mad Prophet? I guess. And then play Pale Rider. I think we gotta go for a way to win here. I just do not see a means to win other than me getting in points of damage. And me Malevolent Whispering to finish my opponent off. Well, I don't mind him getting the human off the board. Actually, that's not bad. So let's drop the Pale Rider now. Although I could... Yeah, let's play the Pale Rider here. I think we're going to go for the Malevolent Whisper win here. Could be our only means to victory, even though I don't think it's enough. Yeah, we're still too far away. I can reduce something to ashes, and that way I only take 7, which is still lethal regardless. I take too much damage is basically what I'm trying to say. I take too much damage. Cannot deal enough to my opponent to live. You got a pump too? You. Wait, that's not a human. Oh, if you control an equipment. For some reason, I always think of it targets a human. That is simply not the case. Okay. So I have to use Malevolent Whispers at instant speed so I don't die, even though I still almost assuredly die. Even if I stole the biggest guy, the most I could do it for would be 15, which is not lethal. Alright, attack the Pale Rider. Pass the turn. So we use Mad Prophet discard Malevolent Whispers. Steel Shepherd. Bummer. Opponent's just got everything. All right. Opponent got us. Real good. At least we got the game of the match. Game 1, that is. But opponent crippled us. Games 2 and 3. Harshly with Slayer's Plate. All right. Made it to the final in 8-4. It's always a good place to be. We also got a Westvale Abbey. So happy about that. Hope you enjoyed the draft. We'll be back for another 8-4 next time. That's a screen of success right there. All right, we'll see you for the next 8-4.